One of the aviators killed in a jet crash east of Mount Rainier last month was honored with a public procession in the city of Oak Harbor. As KOMO's Hannah Knowles reports, dozens stood outside to thank Lieutenant Serena Wileman.
An emotional evening here on Whidbey Island as the community welcomes home one of the Naval aviator pilots who was killed in a Growler crash near Mount Rainier, Lieutenant Serena Wileman. In a tragedy that's impacted this entire community.
I didn't know there'd be so many when we drove up. It was amazing.
Fellow service members, civilians, friends, and strangers stood at attention for Lieutenant Serena Wileman.
And I worked with both these young ladies, so I got to know them, not personally, but I got to know them working with them every day. So it's just a sad day.
Assigned to the Electronic Attack Squadron 130, Wileman and her co-pilot, Lieutenant Commander Lyndsay P Evans, were killed when their EA-18G Growler aircraft crashed into remote terrain just east of Mount Rainier.
I have a kinship with these folks because I was a flyer myself, not in the Navy, Air Force. So I know what they go through and I know the risks they take, and it's just important to support them.
Remembered as two highly skilled, combat-decorated aviators who tragically lost their lives during a routine training flight.
It's overwhelming, it's gratifying, but it's also a very somber experience for why we're coming together.
Their memory lives on through the men and women who stood and watched as Wileman's remains made their way back home to the Naval Air Station, Whidbey Island.
Our military is very ingrained in our community, and we wrap our arms around one another.
Sadness, but we're proud of them. It's hard. It affects the whole community.
Wileman's co-pilot, Lieutenant Commander Lyndsay P Evans, her remains will be returned home to Anacortes in a private procession. From Whidbey Island, Hannah Knowles, KOMO News.